Social justice is also a fundamental principle in the Constitution of Pakistan, which provides various safeguards for marginalized and disadvantaged sections of society. Here are the key constitutional provisions and significant case law related to social justice in Pakistan. Constitutional provisions on social justice in Pakistan. 1. The Preamble of the Constitution of Pakistan. The preamble emphasizes the principles of democracy, freedom, equality, tolerance and social justice as enunciated by Islam, establishing the framework for social justice in the country. 2. Fundamental Rights, Part 2, Chapter 1. Article 9 provides for the right to life and liberty, which has been interpreted to include the right to live with dignity and access to basic necessities. Article 25 guarantees equality before the law and equal protection of the law, while allowing the state to make special provisions for the protection of women and children. Article 26 provides that there shall be no discrimination in respect of access to public places, while allowing reasonable restrictions. Article 27 protects against discrimination in public service, but allows for affirmative action in favor of any class or area in the interests of fairness and equality. Article 20 protects the rights of any section of citizens to preserve their culture, language or script. Principles of Policy, Part 2, Chapter 2. Article 37 directs the state to promote social justice and eradicate social evils, with particular emphasis on providing affordable health care, preventing exploitation, and ensuring the welfare of the disadvantaged. Article 38 requires the state to ensure the well-being of the people, provide basic necessities of life, prevent concentration of wealth, and promote equitable distribution of resources. This article also mandates the elimination of riba, which is interest and social inequality. Landmark Pakistani case law on social justice. Benazir Bhutto versus Federation of Pakistan, 1988. Provision, Article 25, Equality before law. This landmark judgment established that all citizens, regardless of gender or political affiliations, are entitled to equal treatment before the law. The Supreme Court emphasized that the state must act in a way that reflects the equality principles enshrined in the Constitution. The case reinforced gender equality and the rule of law, contributing to social justice by ensuring that the state does not discriminate against individuals based on political or gender-based grounds. Darshan Masi versus the State, 1990. The provisions involved were Article 9, which is the right to life, and Article 11, prohibiting slavery and forced labor. This case dealt with the plight of bonded laborers, especially those from marginalized communities. The Supreme Court of Pakistan took suo motu notice after receiving a letter from Darshan Masi, a bonded laborer. The court ordered the release of bonded laborers and directed the government to take measures to eliminate bonded labor. This case marked a significant step in protecting the rights of bonded laborers, many of whom belong to socially and economically marginalized groups, thereby promoting social justice. Sheila Zia versus Wabda, 1994. The provision at the center of this case was Article 9, which guarantees the right to life. The petitioners challenged the construction of a grid station in a residential area, citing potential health hazards. The Supreme Court interpreted the right to life to include the right to a healthy environment, holding that environmental degradation can violate this fundamental right. This case expanded the scope of the right to life in Pakistan, promoting social justice by recognizing the need for a safe and healthy environment especially for vulnerable populations. Mian Muhammad Nawaz Sharif versus President of Pakistan 1993. The provisions in question included the preamble and various articles related to democracy and the rule of law. The Supreme Court of Pakistan restored the National Assembly and the government after it was dissolved by the President. The judgment emphasized the importance of the rule of law, democratic governance, and social justice as enshrined in the Constitution. This ruling underscored the principles of constitutionalism and governance, which are crucial for promoting social justice in a democratic society. Pakistan Steel Mills case 2006. This case revolves around Article 38, which focuses on the promotion of social and economic well-being of the people. The case involved the proposed privatization of Pakistan Steel Mills. The Supreme Court found that the sale was conducted in a non-transparent manner and did not serve the public interest. Consequently, the court halted the privatization, emphasizing the need for fairness, transparency, and public welfare in state actions. This ruling protected public resources and upheld social justice by preventing the exploitation of national assets for private gain. Muhammad Aslam Kokhar versus the State Urdu Nursing 2010. Provision: Articles 25, Equality before law, and 27, Non-discrimination in employment. This case focused on employment discrimination in public service. The court ruled that public employment should be merit-based and free from discrimination based on gender, religion, or region. The decision reinforced the principles of fairness and equality in employment, ensuring that public services promote social justice by preventing discriminatory practices. Ms. Azma Jilani versus the Government of the Punjab 1972. Provision: Article 9, Right to life and rule of law principles. This judgment declared martial law illegal and held that the rule of law and constitutional governance must prevail. The court rejected the doctrine of necessity, asserting that no one, not even military rulers, is above the law. This case underscored the importance of constitutional governance and social justice, ensuring that the state operates within the framework of the Constitution and safeguards the rights of citizens. Kishwa Nahid versus the State 1997. Provision: Article 25, Equality before law, and Articles 35, Protection of the family. In this case, the court dealt with the issues of gender equality and women's rights in the context of family law. It ruled that women had equal rights in matters of family and inheritance, as guaranteed under the Constitution. This case contributed to gender justice and equality by recognizing women's equal rights in family matters, promoting social justice for women in Pakistan. The Constitution of Pakistan, with its commitment to Islamic principles, social welfare and equality, has several provisions that aim to promote social justice. The judiciary has played a critical role in interpreting these provisions to protect marginalized communities, ensure equitable distribution of resources, and maintain transparency and fairness in governance. These landmark cases demonstrate how the Pakistani legal system seeks to uphold social justice for all citizens.